So get away, another way to feel what you do. Want yourself to know and let yourself go. You know you do lose your self-control. This is not the rainbow. Turn away, another way to be where you do want yourself to go. Let yourself go.
This is weird. I haven't done this in forever. Is my hat, like, normal? I don't even have my rings on. Dude, I feel, like, out of place. Oh, this is gonna hurt my fucking eyes. Everything's so wrong. Oh, God. I've played a few games in my life, but mostly just to fuck around with friends and not really focus on story. Counter-Strike, Minecraft, Unturned. You remember Unturned? Didn't think so. Doom 2016 really changed that for me. I genuinely didn't really feel like I could find anything quite like that out there for me. Like, it did everything so perfectly, and I fell in love with it. Never thought there'd be a game better than that. Then I tried Cyberpunk. The whole world of the game, the characters, the incredible score and soundtrack, everything just comes together to make an experience that I love more than I really thought I could ever imagine with a game. It's just really, really, really good. I know there's a lot of people out there that still don't like it, but you know, whatever, just fuck off. With me getting more into like anime and stuff like that recently, and being bugged by my coworker every single day to watch it, I decided to watch EDGERUNNERS. Cyberpunk EDGERUNNERS follows David Martinez, a kid in Night City that doesn't really love the school that he's going to, but kind of puts up with it because of his mom wanting him to be, you know, successful and wanting him to live a good life. Things go very wrong, and he gets a very dangerous implant put in, and starts committing crimes to make some money and kind of get by. He meets a girl named Lucy and pretty much immediately falls in love with her, and he gets introduced to her group. He starts becoming more and more obsessed with the idea that he's special because he could just have a higher tolerance for this implant. And it starts to kind of fuck with him, like his brain. The light's gonna be in frame here in a second. Yep, there it is. Don't fucking fall on me. Swear to God. It's a really fun story that, much like the game, is a wonderful combination of really fucking cool and really dark and depressing. As it goes on, it starts to kind of have this like body horror feeling, with some of the characters changing so much that they become cyber psychos, which is a term for those who get too many implants and it starts messing with their brain, causing them to go through this thing called cyberpsychosis. Now, you don't really get to experience that in the game very much, not like first person, unless you have like some specific perks, but either way, you really don't get to see the internal struggle of like them dealing with it and how it messes with them and their humanity. This definitely goes more into that. The world of Cyberpunk is so interesting to me. The characters, the concepts, the designs, all of it works so well together, and it just creates a really unique and interesting world. And EDGERUNNERS takes advantage of that. It gives you enough lore to introduce ideas and give you enough to kind of get by without dropping every little detail on you. I will admit that it does kind of do that a little bit too much in the first couple episodes, but you get used to it. As it goes on, it becomes way easier to follow, and it leads to just more of like the animation they're able to show off, especially with the Sandevistan, the implant that David uses to pretty much move really fast. Really, why do I sound like that? The animation is easily one of the best parts. It doesn't just slap an anime filter on to a story that could just be in the game. It makes use of everything, the exaggerated movements, the full scope of the animation, and just makes it feel more like how you're playing the game. Like, not replicating it, just taking the feeling of it and putting that into animated form, which really enjoy, and it uses color beautifully, especially like blue, green, and red. The strong uses of that are really good, but towards the last episode there's so much like beautiful uses of color. The music is another standout. A lot of it is from the game, but the original score from These guys, because I'm not gonna try to pronounce Poland, Russian, and Japanese names all at once. I'll have like a stroke. Really good composers though. Two of them worked on the game. It keeps the feeling more in line with the world, and it just feels really satisfying to hear. Like, it's very fun. The soundtrack is really fun too. Most of it is just background music that you hear in the game. But I will say the use of "I Really Want to Stay at Your House" stands out as one of the most perfect uses of music in media. It's so good, and it made me cry. It made me genuinely, like, every time I see that scene, it just makes me cry. And I hear that song start playing, and it just does it for me. It just, oof. Now that I got a lot of the non-spoilery stuff out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and go through some specifics of things I like. But I'm not gonna talk about, like, each episode, because that would take way too long. So I'm just gonna go over, like, 3 or 4 things that I think really stand out to me. So here we go. So as it keeps going towards the end, the cyberpsychosis begins to take over David, and he starts to imagine these visions. He does a gig and he imagines these innocent people as these, like, monsters, and kills them. But as he comes to realize what happened, he just lives with the guilt and the grief of it. He's never wanted to kill an innocent person. This kind of thing works really well, given the cyberpsychos are not really shown in, like, the game the way they are in the show. It feels like it's more of like an addiction here, which there's hinted at stuff, but, like, this is way more direct. You get more and more implants until you start corrupting yourself and your mind. You lose yourself, and it's not really treated as this big crazy thing outside of the opening. Especially for David, it feels more like tragic. David and Maine specifically, seeing what they go through is genuinely really heartbreaking given what they're actually doing. The characters aren't safe either, and I like that. As the episodes wrap up, you start to lose a sense of joy, and it becomes more serious and bleak. The moments of happiness kind of just pass, and we get left with characters we've grown to love just getting put at risk. The ending isn't really, kind of predictable, but, you know, it doesn't mean anything. It's still a very emotional journey, and it just kind of makes everything more tragic. It feels very similar to, like, Chainsaw Man in a way, which I'm just gonna keep talking about Chainsaw Man forever, because fuck everyone, the show's good, the manga's good, the ending's good, I don't care. A little rushed, but good. But they give you characters to love and to, like, genuinely get attached to, and then they aren't afraid to just end it immediately. Just kill them off with no warning or no remorse. The theme of dreams and desires keep popping up for the characters as well. It motivates characters for the most part. Like, from the beginning, David's mom, Gloria, is saying that she's doing everything she can to get him to be a successful person in the world, so that way he doesn't have to live the way they've always lived. She wants him to succeed, to live a good life, eventually getting to the top position at Arasaka. After her death, David gets kind of lost with it, and he doesn't really have a reason to push forward with that. And he's just trying to survive. In the final episode, where he's struggling with his cyberpsychosis, he gets a flashback to the conversation he had with his mom. If it takes it more literally, he's still on a way to make those dreams come true for her.
Look, Mom. I'm here. Very top of Arasaka Tower.
And he made sure of it. And he made sure to get Lucy to the moon. Speaking of, the final episode, My Man, My Moon, is one of my favorite things I've just seen ever recently. Ever recently is a really weird... It's recently. I'll say recently. I'm biased because it's new for me. It's the gunfire episode from Chainsaw Man, and the weird horror episode of Boy Meets World. It does a great job at closing out the season and kind of has this beautiful ending that, like I said before, I cry. That use of that song is so perfect. It just is so good.
He also told me to tell you.
Sorry. Wish we could go to the moon together.
David's downfall caused by his own ambitions, Lucy's lonely and tragic original dream coming true, but not really how she wanted it. The death of both Rebecca and Kiwi in that last episode. The crew is gone, everyone's gone. Everything that he was working towards is gone. But he died knowing that he kept Lucy safe. And that was more than enough for him. I'm not gonna lie, during my replay of the game, I just got done with too, I got his jacket from the little side quest you can do, and I refused to take it off the entire game. Even when the Aldecato's jacket got put on, I immediately switched it back, because I'm like, I need this more. You know, as I grow more interested in anime, it felt really nice to find something that kind of takes this world that I've grown to like really love and get used to, and give me a story that doesn't feel out of place, it doesn't feel rushed, it feels very true to the feeling of the game, to the world of the game. But between this, the Reze arc, and Look Back, maybe it's time for me to look for some stories with happier endings. Or a little bit more positive and fun, like I can rewatch Horimiya. I can, You and I Are Polar Opposites Season 2 comes out soon. I should start watching Marriage Toxin, that sounds fun. I don't know, but that's all I really gotta say. It's so hot, it's 90 degrees outside, and I have to turn off my AC for this. Goodbye.